Now, I am not as young as a lot of people who put out video logs or video blogs, but I'm not exactly like, everybody else my age.
Get off my lawn, you damn kids!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 100th episode of the Diaries. That's right, episode 100 by Cracker Barrel.
It's only a Cracker Barrel.
It's been 100 episodes, and let me tell you what that means. Started this project, about 4 years ago. Never got over 115, well, no, that's not true. Never got over 120 subscribers. We got close. And we're at the 100th episode, the perfect last episode, as compared to the 99th episode, which for some reason I thought was the 98th episode, but whatever. So after 4 years and 100 episodes, there's only one thing, there's one thing that is for certain. They certainly did not come out once a week, because we're not anywhere close to that. It's less than 2 years worth of episodes. But now the question is, am I going to keep doing them? The answer is, well, yeah, why not? Except I want to modify the format, and I'm working on that. So I don't have anything ironclad solid to tell you right at this point. But I'm planning on breaking things up into pieces, and each piece have a specific subject matter. So instead of just saying, well, the next episode we're going to do this and that and the other thing, I'll have something planned out. And one way I can do that is do the beginning, the introduction, after I put the episode together instead of before, like I've always done, which makes it very rarely line up with what actually goes on in one of these things. I'm also going to try to kick them up, make them a little bit more interesting, more entertaining, more fun, and we'll see what happens over the next 100 episodes. If it goes that long. If I go that long, it'll go that long. And I intend to go that long, so you should be good to go. I'm going to try to get them out a little quicker, and I've always said that, but we're kind of starting over, as it were, with episode 101 coming up next. And I'm going to, like I say, I'm making some plans on how I want to run this. I enjoy doing these stupid things, even though we don't have a lot of subscribers. The few that I have, I am assuming I've had for quite a while, almost from the beginning. And I appreciate very much those of you who have tuned in and continued to tune in to Darkslade Diaries over the past 4 years, regardless of how silly, stupid, or sometimes bleh they are. I'm going to try to eliminate the bleh ones. What I want to do this episode is I'm going to go back over the years and pick pieces out of the older episodes that I really thought were kind of cool, or funny, or neat, or whatever. Parts that I liked. And just kind of make a montage. I don't know how long it's going to run. Probably not too terribly long, because there's only like 4 things that were any good. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. It'll go on for however long it goes on. And then at the end of that, might put in something new. There is a lot going on. You know, we are coming up to October, November, December, my favorite 3 months of the year. And so hopefully I will have more episodes during that time than I have in the past. Just an FYI, the only reason why I haven't done the episodes like I had originally planned, which was every 2 weeks, is because I get kind of complacent. I get things going on and I decide, well, I'm going to put this aside for now, or I'm going to put that aside for now. And I discovered that over the course of the last month and a half, 2 months, well, a month and a half really, that I have been on my diet and been changing my lifestyle and losing weight, which I am doing, believe it or not. I'm losing weight pretty well, actually. I didn't put a before picture on because the before picture just kind of makes me angry. So you'll probably see it over the next several episodes. You'll see it. You may have already. In any case, since I started doing that, I seem to have more enthusiasm, more optimism, and more desire to work on things that I keep putting aside. That includes the diaries. Well, it's back again, and we're going to try this again. 100 new episodes. Never mind. No, I'm kidding. And see where it goes from there. So, this episode's mostly going to be a lot of flashbacks. Hope you can handle it. I know I can. So, without any further ado, this part never changes. Let's get going! I'm going to buy my soap now, and you can pretend you're like 7 years old standing there watching a weird old guy who talks to himself buying soap.
Alright, so it's $8.74.
That actually, the last one that I bought here was like 6 months ago. Those things last a long.
They do. They really do. And
Especially if you don't bathe. Sorry. But they do. They last an extremely long. Oh, it's a chip.
it is a chip. Thank
The
you.
21st century comes to Cave Creek.
Kind of, because we're still on a dial-up line.
Oh.
Almost.
20th and a half century makes
There
it to
you
Cave
go.
Creek.
Maybe it'll take just a second.
This is the exciting part.
Oh, and it printed you a blank one, so you get to wait here even longer. Aren't you excited?
You know, this is why I film this stuff,
If you
because
will-
nobody would believe
If
me.
you
if
will
I didn't.
remove your card for me, I can reprint my end of it.
Okay.
Alright.
You don't need my cardigan, do you?
I don't.
You don't need my cardigan. It's a little sweater joke. Okay, so we're done here. We're going to go past the Christmas trees because nothing says Christmas like May. And let me tell you something about working with fur. It is not much fun because whereas the fur stays onto the backing fine, when you cut it, it goes PINA everywhere. And I may have said that earlier, but I'm saying it again just because that's how much of an annoyance it is. For those of you who are interested in what fur looks like when it goes papina, let me show you. So out here with all these tropical plants, it makes sense that I'd have a palm. Ah! They're walking through this old house, and you hear wind blowing outside. And there's no music. Good horror has no music. No music. Sounds of the floors creaking. They hear something fall down from another room. A shutter bursts open and closes. And they're walking down this hallway, and it's getting darker. And lights are on behind them, but they start going out, okay, as they're walking. And they get to a final door. And they're standing there. They're afraid to open that door. They know something's on the inside of that door. And they stand there for a good 15, 20 seconds, trying to figure out what to do. Their sweat is pouring off their head. The lighting shifts a little bit more. On the wall, you see the wallpaper is all peeled and everything because the building is so old that the rain has come through and soaked everything. There's mold in the building.
Ew.
Pictures are hanging halfway off. This place has been abandoned for years, and they're standing at this door. And then they open it. And nothing's there. And the audience absolutely freaks out. As soon as they open that door, everybody, blah! And nothing's there. That was not the scare. The scare was getting to the door. We have our pit, and normally what you would do is I put the frame on backwards too.
Oh.
Okay, so this is what you do when you put the frame on backwards. Now, as you can see, our willing participant is ready to go down into the pit. All I have to do is let go. I've shown you a little bit on how this is set up, but this is usually how the end result is. Watch.
Help!
As you can see, he's gone like magic. Put your hand up through there. See it? That's kind of, so we can see it. There we go. See, that's kind of creepy right there. Okay, you can go back down. I've been here dozens of times, but I like to look like a tourist whenever I can. Because that's what we do. We go places.
Oh, you smell that?
I love the smell of an indoor water ride.
She's farting too.
Yeah, notice that. I think their fog machine is not working.
Nope. That is insane how big it is. It's also plastic. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
That was the artistic side of me. Okay, we're out here on the porch and getting ready to hot glue some reed up on a corner over here. Now let's go over two things about hot glue. One, it's hot. Two, it's glue, which means that it will burn you and it'll stick your fingers together so you can't pry them apart to put Bactine on them. Put the reed behind it, then we don't have to glue there, but I will glue there anyway to make sure that it stays. Now, you may have noticed the first couple of videos had the Adventureland porch when it was barely anything. And I have up to the point where this is standing up straight, but oh, my fountain is trying to run. That's funny. Well, it has to be it has to be primed, and so it's just sitting there, kind of spinning without pumping any water out. Anyway, yeah, there wasn't much out here, and this got built, and when I built it, it was like this, but now it's like this. And I think, and I said this before, I think with the new 100 episodes, I think one of the things I'm going to do is either fix this or tear it down and rebuild it. And tear it down and rebuild it is sounding like a good idea, because I don't think I can fix this. It's just, oh, maybe I could. Yeah, it's pretty worn down there. We're stuck into the base, so we'll get back to the old stuff, and I hope you're enjoying it. And I'll talk to you in a little bit. The sound of beer pouring on a commercial sounds like somebody taking a piss. It does not sound like beer. Okay? Now there's also another commercial that I heard recently where they had somebody pouring coffee. It was supposed to say, the line says, "You need energy to brew your..." Well, if you poured that coffee from that distance, it would splatter all over and burn everyone, and then you'd have a lawsuit. Basically, you're telling your customer, you're an idiot! And we can make you believe these things. It's like that. You ever heard that one? The more you spend, the more you save.
The more you spend, the more you'll save.
Spend more and save more.
The more you spend, the more you save.
The more you spend, the more you save.
No! The more you spend, the more you spend! You may not spend as much, but you're still spending. You're not saving anything. If you save, you don't spend. No spending. Oh, look, I saved $20. Because why? I didn't spend $20.
What was it, a spider?
No, it was a moth.
Oh, God.
I don't like moths.
That's me. I did it, and
They're
I went up to
annoying.
poke it, and he goes, flitter, flitter, flitter. I said, oh, I'm terribly sorry, moth. I thought you were a cockroach.
It's okay, I get it.
Yeah. So he flew into the lamp and died there.
Kylie,
And downward, it causes an explosion right in front of him in the ground because it's an earth weapon. It's going to be a practical effect. I'm going to blow up a bunch of dirt right in front of your face. So be ready for that.
I have a lot of M80s that we can use.
No, we're not going to use M80s. We're going to use, I said it's a practical effect, not a pyrotechnic effect.
You know, auto rockets upside down.
Why don't we just dig a hole and fill it with gasoline?
Yeah.
Because that's fire, not earth.
Oh, no, then we'll cover it with powdered iron and we'll put some glue on it and then we'll take a match and go, Ka!
Thermite.
I got an orange juice. I got a donut too, but it's gonna wait a little while. This is a good day for a road trip. The weather is just right. It's in the 80s today instead of the 100s. And I live in Arizona, which is beautiful. And there's a lot to see, a lot to do, but it's a work day. But share if you agree is basically saying if you don't share this, you don't agree. You're forcing somebody into a corner. I'll share when I bloody well feel like sharing. If it doesn't fit with the motif or the setup of my Facebook page, I'm not going to share it. Okay? Now, because it may have absolutely nothing to do with anything that I discuss or anything that deals with me personally, but I may agree with it anyway.
Okay. What's the laughing problem?
Okay, so, are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
All right. My head is missing. Okay, this is our first screen test. Everybody's going to go through the Weeblefester's head.
What?
That didn't sound right, but you know what I mean. This is the first screen test for the class of 2017, right? Yeah, okay. 2017, June, this is the first day. Everybody is watching right now and going, why is that guy talking to the camera? Because that's what I do. I'm a film director. I can do what?
Anything you want.
I taught him well. So here we go. Ready? You know what to do? Action.
What's the... Looks creepy inside. That was...
Next. Oh, another tall person. Great.
Now we gotta go. Action. Woo!
Excellent. That's the way it's done, folks. Next. That was creepy, wasn't it? Ready? Action. Well done. Did you land on the pillows or did she hit the floor? Oh, it was the weirdest commercial because what it was for Mercedes-Benz pre-owned Mercedes. You see? It's not a pre-owned Mercedes. Also advertising it by saying things like, if these were just regular tires on the regular concrete and the regular butt was in the regular seat, this would be a regular car. Yeah, it is anyway. And then they ended up with, I love this, it's either a Mercedes-Benz or it isn't. Well, no kidding. This is either a stereo headphone splitter cable or it isn't. Either this is a bush or it isn't. Either this is a stapler, or it isn't. Action.
Robert. Robert. Wake up, Robert.
If I open my eyes and my pants are not on fire, you are in deep trouble.
There's something out there.
There's always something out there.
There's a light.
There's a light what? A light beer? Light truck? Light stormtrooper? What? Light what? What are you talking about, a light?
I don't know.
Light? There's no light. Do you know of a light? I don't know of any
There's a
light.
There's something moving around there.
Yeah, but it's not a light. Oh, it's my line. Just stay in the light. Just stay in the light and you'll be fine.
Come on, Dad.
My line. I
There's something moving
boo-booed.
around there. There's always something moving around there. Just stay in the light and you'll be fine.
All right, got it. All right.
There's something moving out there, Robert.
There's always something moving out there. Just stay in the light, you'll be fine.
What if it's a raider? They can see us in the light.
It's not a raider. If it was a raider, we would already know about it. It'd already be here. Just don't panic.
What if I want to panic? What if I feel like panicking?
Get yourself a Bud Light. Told you it wasn't a raider.
What was that thing?
It was our world's glorious version of a desert lobster.
A what?
A scorpion. It was a mutated scorpion. How come you didn't shoot
It
it?
was practically on my face.
And you panicked.
I'm so not cut for this.
Told you it wasn't a raider. Told you it wasn't a raider. Told you it wasn't a raider. Told you it wasn't a lobster.
So it was a raider. It was a raider.
Whoops. Well, as you can probably hear, my fountain has sprung to life. Sprung. Well, kind of drooled to life, but it's now functioning the way it's supposed to. And it took a long time for that sucker to prime. I'm supposed to prime it before I turned it on. But in any case, that notwithstanding, we're going to end this, the 100th video, 100th episode rather, with the sound of water running and an airplane passing overhead. And, oh my gosh, there's a rainbow out there. Are you supposed to have rain first? Well, whatever. The wind probably blew it from another part of town. Next episode, we will see what the new episodes look like. Should be hopefully entertaining. New format, a little bit more structure. I think it'll be better. Don't forget to subscribe. Doesn't cost anything at the moment. And it's just nice to have more people involved, you know? I really enjoy making these things. And you know, for the first year or so, I was only making it for about 30 people. But I still enjoy it, and I'm going to keep doing it. So, why don't you join us and subscribe? Hit the bell button so you know when new episodes come out. They haven't come out very often, but hopefully they're going to come out more often now. So, come on and do it. Why not? What do you got to lose? And I'll be forever grateful. I'm thinking of doing I'm thinking of doing a Patreon for this, but I don't foresee it as a great idea. Not with 115 subscribers, and I don't know how many actually watch these all the way through. So, we'll see. But yeah, new format, new things going on. Let's start. It's the number 101. It's a new game. It's going to be all new stuff. One thing I am getting rid of though is the opening video, the intro video before the credits. I'm not getting rid of it per se. I'm just not going to make them unique. I'm going to like take a piece from what you're going to watch and put it in there, something like that, just to kind of in a track mode. Because those things are a pain in the butt to make, and they take a long time to put them together as a general rule. And it's part of the reason these take so long to come out. So I think I'm going to do away with that, or just modify it. Hopefully that's not what you come here for. It's just the opening intro. I mean, that would be kind of upsetting in a weird sort of way. So, that's going to be it for this episode. And as one thing that never changes and another thing that never changes, you guys have yourselves a great week or two. End of line. You need more water.